I hope that you are doing well. Thank you so much for joining me here today, where we're going to talk about books. And our book today is Everything Within and In Between by Nikki Barthelmess. And it's the story of Ree, who has been raised by her grandparents and is now living alone with her grandmother. Ree's grandmother wants nothing more than for Ree to get into a good university and achieve the American dream. So a good job and a good life. In pursuit of the dream, Ree's grandmother has some pretty strict regulations. She does not allow Ree to speak Spanish, and she has pulled Ree and herself away from the community they once belonged in. Ree feels incomplete and unable to fully express or understand herself. And Ree thinks back to a time when her mom, Marisol, lived with them. When her grandfather was not home, Ree's mom and her grandmother would speak Spanish and they'd make traditional foods. Ree also remembers that her mom and her grandfather would get into huge arguments. And deep down, Ree believes that Marisol left because her grandparents made her. When Ree discovers a hidden letter from 3 years before, she reads it. And the letter is from Marisol, and she is asking to be able to come and visit with Ree. Ree believes she now has a way to reclaim what is missing from her life. So, she contacts her mom and they arrange to meet, and they start meeting in secret. Ree also changes her foreign language that she's taking at school from French to Spanish. And she's connecting and reconnecting with friends from her community. As Ree works to interweave both aspects of her mixed heritage, she discovers that not everything was as she thought. And she just may be able to discover herself in the process. So what are some other books to read for a similar experience, where people have been separated from their past and they're trying to reclaim it? I've got a few of them for you. First is The Memory of Light by Francisco X. Stork. Vicky wakes up in a hospital after a failed suicide attempt, and she knows she can't really be alive. She meets others at the hospital who help her reconsider and take another look at her life before she was in the hospital. And they give her the acceptance that she's never had. Vicky's newfound peace is fragile, though. And when the group is forced to split up and Vicky returns to the life that caused her to attempt suicide, she must find her own strength, even if she doubts that she has any. Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. When his traditional Latinx family has problems accepting his identity, Yadriel decides to prove himself to them. And with his cousin's help, he performs a ritual to summon the ghost of his cousin so that he can set him free. But he does not summon his cousin. He summons an entirely different ghost, Julian, who is not about to go quietly. With no other choice, Yadriel agrees to help Julian so they can both get what they want. But the longer that they work together, the less Yadriel wants Julian to go. Daughters of Smoke and Bone by Lanny Taylor. Black handprints are appearing on doors across the world. And in the lanes of Prague, a young art student is about to be caught up in an otherworldly war. Carew fills her sketchbook with monsters that may or may not be real. She speaks several languages, some of them human, and her bright blue hair grows out of her head that way. Who is she? That is the question that haunts her, and she's about to get answers. And there we are. I hope that you enjoyed this look at Everywhere Within and In Between, and other books where characters are trying to recover their pasts and find themselves. We'll be back again soon when I will be choosing what I'm reading in February. Until then, I hope that you enjoy all that you do and all that you read. And thank you!